Hello, my name's Patrick, and my father was an alcoholic, and I'm a man now. So today we're going to look at change, and I'm playing the guitar again today too. You're thinking that change and changing one's way of thinking, they go together. But if you want change and you don't want to change, how can you feel it's gonna be? How is that possible? So right there, because when you're a grown man, you're a man now, and you had your father who was an alcoholic, and you're thinking, it's true, I am thinking a lot like I have the same fears, I have the same worries. I'm not calm. I'm anxious the same way as when I was a child, and I'm always guessing. I'm always looking everywhere. I'm scared something's going to happen. Same way as when you were a child, and I'm going to throw you in a different area right now. You were 10 years old once, so let's visit. You had a shirt you loved, okay? That shirt, it fit you perfectly at 10 years old, okay? But today, a grown man, could you put that shirt on now? No way, because you have outgrown that shirt. I think we all agree with that. Now, if your family was you as a 10-year-old, let's go back 10 again, and you were musical, so your parents got you a kid guitar or a kid set of drums, and it was perfect for you at that 10 years old. It fit you so well. You could play it, but now you're a full man. Could you use those drums or that baby guitar, or that kid guitar, child guitar? Could you? And the answer is no. I've outgrown them. Oh, okay. Well, is it possible now, even for you have an alcoholic father, that the way you reacted as a child when you had no choice, you were scared for your safety, and so it made you create strategies to handle that situation? Whereas today, you're a man. Could we say the same thing? You have outgrown that way of thinking? We could actually say that. I've outgrown that way of thinking. So I don't have to think that way now. So because too many people, especially let's just say men, are living, even though they had an alcoholic father like me, their change is scary, because change was scary as a child. But I want you to wake up, and it's an illusion, this fear that you're thinking. It's an illusion. Change is not scary because you're still thinking like a child. That's why it's scary. You're basically going back to as a child, and you're seeing through the eyes of a child life. But you're a man. So just as that t-shirt at 10 years old you have outgrown, get it in your head, you have outgrown that victim attitude that you had no choice to be when you were 10 years old living with your alcoholic father. But today, that can change. You could let that go. And maybe it's what Patrick's saying is true. Maybe the fear I feel in letting it go is scary, but maybe I'm seeing through child eyes and not my adult eyes. Because emotions often stay with a child. That's why the last video I did, the inner child, it was a big one. Because we looked at that, the timeline, choose a date, a time that adds a lot of a lot of emotional pain to you. So I just want you to think about that. And here, I'm gonna throw a little song and then drive this home a little bit. Change, you might not feel is needed, but as a 10-year t-shirt doesn't fit you as a man, no it doesn't. So perhaps we gotta let go, let it go. Perhaps we gotta let it go. Just as that t-shirt, just as my thoughts, my fears, my concerns as a child are different. Let go, let go, let go. You're mine. Choose to be the man that your father chose to be. No, choose the man. And what I'm trying to sing is, choose to be the man that your father didn't choose to be. Choose to be, choose to be, choose to be a man that your father didn't choose to be. Perhaps this starts with changing the way you think. You can't wear the t-shirt of a 10-year-old now, so let those fears of being a child, 10 years old, let it go. Obsolete, not needed. I'm a man, can't you see? It doesn't fit, too big. I'm a man. Change doesn't need to be scary. Change doesn't need to be scary. It can be peaceful. So recap. If you want to change, like, oh my God, I can't get over it. I'm just reacting. I'm stressed all the time. I'm scared. I'm always analyzing. I'm trying to read people like you did as a child. If you don't choose to change the way you think, but you want change, that's insanity. You're not going to go anywhere like that. However, if you take a t-shirt that from a 10-year-old, you put it on the wall, you hang it up on the wall, and does that fit me? It fit me when I was 10. And of course the answer is no, you're a man now. Well, why in God's name can't that hit home? And the way I thought as a child, it has to evolve. Now you're a man, you gotta think like a man. And a man, just some examples, and I've said these, but I'll repeat again because it's important. A man has choice. He can choose where he lives, what he eats, what he drives, what he wears on his wrist, what he consumes. Yeah, whether he smokes, he drinks, he's a man. With that lifestyle, also you can choose which thoughts you have. Which thoughts serve you, which thoughts do not serve you, which thoughts bring you back in trauma, and which thoughts have you thinking about what you intend to do in the future. So there's hope there. You have complete control there. So do not do like most men who had alcoholic fathers. Yeah, I choose my house or apartment. I choose my woman. I choose to have children or not. I choose what I eat, where I work, what I study. But here, I don't choose. You can choose there too. The t-shirt of a 10-year-old doesn't fit here either. You're an adult. So the way to think as an adult, that's part of healing. And like I said, watch some other of my videos. And I'm just saying they're all coming together. They're all coming. You have choice. You can make choices. And just as a kid guitar, I told you, this is a guitar. If it was a kid guitar, could I play it? It wouldn't be comfortable. So let go and say, okay, admit with me, okay, it's true. I'm scared of changing really, but I'm going to let go and I'm going to start. I'm going to say I'm changing. To really conscientiously tell the body, the mind, that I am changing my ways, and start small. Just one little trick is, instead of always, if you are OCD, like you're always looking, you're vigilant, looking everywhere, you're always scared something, a shoe might drop, because that was what you lived when you were a child. Is dad going to come home drunk? When is he going to come home? That doesn't, if you still feel that, you're looking through the eyes of a child. And stop doing that. How do you stop? Realizing that the shirt doesn't fit anymore. You're a man. That way of seeing life doesn't fit anymore. You're a full-grown man. Okay, so I want you. That's the purpose of this video. My peace, and you get more. But please, don't just watch videos and watch TV. I want change, and I want it from you. So just don't watch me and then scroll on to watch something else. And actually, could you click subscribe, and you'll be notified faster when I actually send another video. And could you answer this question in the comments, please? What does this concept of the 10-year-old t-shirt, if it doesn't fit anymore, is that logical? That we could use the same thing with our thoughts? That when we were a child, the way we thought, what we were scared of, it doesn't really fit today as an adult. We think it fits, but it's the child's eyes that are seeing today's world as an adult. It's not the adult's eyes. Does that make sense? Please discuss in the comment. I'm going to read every one of them. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye. Peace and love.